And there, a bit earlier, the Heat getting mentally and physically ready. And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kent. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. First, for the Bucks, Bledsoe is out there with Matthews. And inside out of Stanford University, a skilled post scorer with tremendous size, the 7-footer, Brook Lopez. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 4 spot. And for the Heat, outside Jones, Toupane, back to Jones. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Just 4 to shoot. Number 13, Matthews with the rebound.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Well, after a brief 2-year drought, the Bucks got back to the playoffs this past season, but it wasn't pretty once they got there. But several guarantees from players about upsetting the Heat. They didn't win a single game and were swept by the Miami Heat.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Jones drives it.
That was unreal. Mark it up.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Lopez backs in. From the post. And the layup is up and in.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication has really become an outstanding coach.
Bledsoe outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo off the bit from Lopez. Oh, look out! Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
Off target from three-point range.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
Here's Antetokounmpo, guarded by Robinson. Antetokounmpo kicks to Matthews. Antetokounmpo, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
Red hot right out of the gates. 4 for 4 shooting.
The Heat trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kevin. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Matthews with it. Butler covering. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Back to Matthews. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
For Miami, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. That could give him a huge injection of energy, Clark.
And Kevin, that's exactly what they need right now. They've got to close the gap.
Forget about that for a second. How about the burst to the bucket for a point guard? Boy, he can power those down.
Stolen away. And now here comes Jones, leading the break.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, I was able to speak with Mike Budenholzer for a minute. Relying on their outside marksmanship is one thing he's comfortable with in this matchup. He said that his team can go toe-to-toe with anyone in the league when it comes to shooting from distance, and that he won't pull the reins back on his shooters at all tonight, guys. We'll see how they go.
Doris, thank you. No, Clark, hard to create spacing without the threes.
I agree there. I mean, I'd say it's almost impossible with the size and speed of players in this day and age.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He has 5. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Antetokounmpo's got 7 points.
Very positive opening quarter for them. The shots have been falling.
You know, the shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
Dupont defended by Bledsoe. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points. Well, he's established himself as one of the league's premier clutch performers, you know, with some unbelievable plays down the stretch of tight ball games.
And you know what? He's like a tank when he's coming down the lane. Lay into him as hard as you can. You're not going to be able to knock him off balance.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
A lot of people picked the Heat to run away with the East last year, and they were right on target. They were just so far and away better than any other team in the East that you just didn't see them losing much during the course of the season.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
And the pass to Antetokounmpo. Matthews defended by Butler. Stripped it away. Leads him in there. Dupont uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 6.
And they're making this a game here, putting together a nice run.
Making it a game? How about anybody's game? I mean, they've caught fire, and it's a toss-up right now, guys.
Mark, as you said, the Heat clinched the East pretty early and were able to rest up a lot of their players down the stretch. Steve, never easy to win when everyone expects you to win games, but the Heat didn't seem fazed by the pressure at all.
Well, this is a championship team, and I think once you win that first title, you get a different level of confidence, and that showed last season as Miami rolled to their 2nd title in a row.
Bledsoe passes to Middleton. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down real often.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Parker. Their teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bucks have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. 0 defended by Tyler. There's the dish to Middleton. Fires for 3. Gets it to go. Middleton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
Butler dishes to Tyler.
You know, the Bucks were the last team to make it into the Eastern Conference playoffs, and part of the reason that happened was because they didn't really do well against the rest of the conference. 24 and 28 against the East.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Milwaukee.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
Brown, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Lopez, a special move before the shot. Lopez has got his first 2 points. Clark, as you were saying, the rest of the Eastern Conference got the better of the Bucks. Had they been a little tougher against some of the lesser teams in their own conference, they might not have had to deal with the Heat in the first round of last year's playoffs.
Well, the Bucks tried to mix things up last year. Remember, they made the big trade at midseason, too, going for J.J. Redick and moving on from some of the young players. And I think that changed. And, of course, the coaching switch from Scott Skiles to Jim Boylen. So they lost some of their momentum.
The Heat have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Well, you look at last season's numbers, guys. Down below 70% as a team from the line.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
And so Butler nails both of them.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominated.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense, just keep firing.
Tyler, no good. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
Lock at 6. Back to Dragic. The tray. Can't get it to go. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Brown right side. Lopez kicks to Ilyasova. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
The Heat trail by 5. Tyler passes to Olynyk. Will it go? Lopez with the steal. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Hill, no good.
That would have been a nice alley-oop there.
Well, you got to love the effort, though. Almost showtime.
Dragic gets the bucket.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Hill drives in. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, he was an excellent foul shooter a season ago at about 82%.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
A different look for Miami. Myers-Leonard comes in for Olynyk, and it's Hill in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Dragic off the drive. Lopez with the steal. He feeds it to Brown. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
Boy, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Dragic. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunch. from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
Hill kicks to Korver. On the wing, Brown. Fires from deep. Crowder pulls it in. The Heat trail by 3. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Guys, Brazilian big man Nene has dealt with extensive injuries over his career. Last season, he managed to play 61 games between plantar fasciitis and soreness in his right knee. Nene said the pain was so tough, he considered retiring. He hopes this season he's able to play without being in constant pain. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. Good on the shot. 8 points for Hill.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
Dragic dishes to Crowder. Back to Dragic. Outside Hill. Just 5 on the clock. Shot from the wing. And another basket for Miami. Hill with it. He's got 8. From the stripe. Miami grabs the miss. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. On the wing, Hill. They grab their own miss.
And a nice soft touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle a touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Well, easy points, free points for a guy with that kind of strength and agility in the paint. You got to go for every second chance opportunity.
Korver kicks to Brown. Ilyasova. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Bart, just piling up points in the paint.
Well, you know, the Bucks thought they had a plan to make a big push forward by pairing some talent together in the backcourt, but what seems to have happened is they are now mired in mediocrity, which is exactly where you don't want to be.
He dishes it to Jones. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go. Jones has got 7.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Antetokounmpo, guarded by Robinson. And here's Bledsoe. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And back to Minnesota. They were the 8th seed in the East last year, but still finished 6 games under 500. Still a lot of work for them to get above 500 and be in a position where, Steve, they are, competing for home court in the playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of changes for the Bucks in the offseason, but a team that was able to sneak in last year, they're hopeful to make it once again this season, but it feels like they're kind of stuck in the middle right now. Well, what a series it was in the finals a year ago. Such great basketball, 2 teams that like to play up-tempo. And I'll tell you, the Spurs had Miami. They had the series in the bag. They were 1 play away from wrapping it up in Game 6, but the miracle comeback from the Heat that led to the Game 7 victory and another title for the Miami Heat.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez comes in for Ilyasova. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Kyle Korver. On the wing, Jones. Again, the miss by the Heat. Clark, it was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series, but things started to get really tight when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about things tightening up. We had a game for the ages in Game 6. 28.6 seconds to go. The Spurs +5. Miami needed a miracle, and they found it in the form of timely three-point shooting and got some help from the San Antonio Spurs missing some free throws.
The Game 6 was about as intense an NBA game as you'll ever see.
Oh, it was off the chart. Absolutely fantastic.
Poke loose. Oh, and here comes Bledsoe all alone.
textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close. Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Milwaukee leading by 7. Lopez passes to Bledsoe. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Andre Iguodala.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Kicks it to Jones. There's the feed to Iguodala. Good ball movement here by Miami. Number 13. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Bledsoe left side. Antetokounmpo. And here's Matthews from the arc. No luck. Dupont defended by Antetokounmpo. Iguodala outside. From beyond the arc. No good. Milwaukee in the lead. Lopez a screen on Iguodala. Bledsoe kicks to Lopez. Miami grabs the miss. Outside, Jones. Dupont. Shot clock at 6. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul him, and free throws are better than a layup.
And he makes the first.
A lot of people thought the East would be a cakewalk for Miami last year, but Indiana made sure that wasn't going to be the case. What a series with the Pacers using their size and strength to pound Miami. Down low, and eventually the Heat were able to pull it out, but boy, was that a tough series.
Jimmy Butler, he's jumped in for Miami. Milwaukee leading by 5. Now here's Bledsoe. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots. And it comes off the front of the rim. And just to touch back on the Eastern Conference Finals, went to a Game 7 where Miami ran away with the game. But, you know, Clark, if it weren't for the heroics of LeBron earlier in the series, it could have been the Pacers that took on San Antonio in the finals.
You know, I was thinking a little bit about 2 former ABA teams meeting in the NBA Finals, but the Heat managed to steal Game 1, and I thought that proved to be the difference in the end. That was a game the Pacers had and didn't squeeze. But the way these 2 teams are constructed, they should be seeing a lot more of each other in the near future. And I think that's great for the league because whenever they meet up in the regular season or the playoffs, it's always been a battle the last couple of years.
Nice rivalry developing between those two.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
A good one brewing there.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be. You know, they haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up for them. They may be able to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, as you know, the Miami Heat try to keep the plays they run as simple as they can and rely on their talent and teamwork to win them games. But playing like that can present its own kind of problems. Coach Spoelstra said, quote, "The challenge is not getting bored with simplicity. Simple is what works, though, as evidenced by their back-to-back titles, guys."
Well, Doris, sometimes it makes sense to keep it simple. Thanks. Outside, Jones. Butler on the way. Number 13. And there's the rejection. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Jones for three. Lopez grabs the board. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
And Miami has possession. 4-point game. Butler kicks to Jones. Back to Butler. Tupon takes a 3. That's good. He's got 11.
How about the passing? They're moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
And that one's good.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Olynyk is checked in for Robinson. Miami's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. .152 left to play here in the half. And Olynyk kicks to Jones. 6 to shoot. He passes to Olynyk. From deep. Bledsoe with the rebound. Bucks leading by 3. He kicks it to Lopez. Bledsoe dishes to Matthews. Back to Bledsoe. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Antetokounmpo.
You know what? There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go fly.
Incredible.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Number 13. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Milwaukee's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Outside Matthews. Antetokounmpo gets it to go from beyond the arc. Antetokounmpo's got 12 now in this quarter.
An unusual skill set for a big man. The long-range shot gives you such good spacing offensively.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Butler. Olynyk defended by Antetokounmpo. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Here comes Eric Bledsoe. Dishes it to Matthews. Middleton defended by Jones. And Middleton kicks to Matthews. For 3, Bledsoe. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
How about that one? A perfect finish to the half for them to tack another 3 points onto their lead.
And the first half ends in a close one. Bucks ahead, leading by 5. And we'll have the start of the second half when we come back after the break. But right now...
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And now it's time to break down the first half for you here on this Wednesday edition of 2K at the Half. The Bucks looking good at the midway point, and from outside, you couldn't shoot it much better than this. They are scorching hot from beyond the arc. Eric Bledsoe off to a good start. At the break, 7 points, and also helped out with 2 rebounds.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Really an incredible game from Antetokounmpo.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And I'll tell you what, he was smart with his shot making, too. Really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Dupont, rejected by Middleton. Fast break, Milwaukee. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. For Milwaukee, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. The Heat trail by 8. Dupont, defended by Bledsoe. Gets it to go. He's got 13.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Lopez backs in. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe for 3. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And he goes in for the jump.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played, inside. I mean, if you can go over the top like that, you've got a great advantage.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Lopez right side. 6 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. Backs him down. Good on the 7-footer. Lopez has got his second basket of the game. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Number 13, Lopez covering. Robinson for 3. Count that one.
And he's someone the defense has to keep track of at all times because, you know, even when he doesn't have the ball, he moves so well without it. He's constantly a threat to catch and shoot.
And he's a great three-point shooter, too, especially when he lets it go from one of those corners. He doesn't miss many of those.
Here's Lopez, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
Jones dishes to Butler. Matthews with the steal. Here's Middleton, defended by Jones. Gets it to go. Middleton's got 5.
You know, during the season before last, the Bucks' problem had been offense. They just couldn't put up points consistently, and even when their defense would hold up, they would simply get outgunned by teams. They decided to change that by trying to be more of a transition team last year.
Butler passes to Robinson. Number 13, Lopez covering. Miami needs to get a shot off. It's rebounded by Antetokounmpo. And back to the Bucks actually led the entire Eastern Conference in pace and were 3rd overall in the NBA. Steve, only teams that were ahead of them were the Rockets and Nuggets, 2 teams you always think of running.
Well, it makes sense for the Bucks to have played that style last year. You have that backcourt of Ellis and Jennings, a lot of speed and quickness. They later added J.J. Redick, so you had shooting. So they had to play fast. It made some sense, but in the end, you know, they've made some changes in the offseason, and they're looking to get better.
The Heat trail by 7. Butler with the ball. Eric Bledsoe covering. Outside, Jones. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And the shot is good.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Brook Lopez. Antetokounmpo kicks to Hill. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 24. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the hit.
That's how you do it, the bump and the bucket.
The Bucks making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Heat have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. His teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Pass to Lopez. Tries to save it. 0. And the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's his first foul. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Brown comes in for Chris Middleton. The Heat trail by 6. Here's Tyler. Here's Leonard. Can't get it to go. Good D by Lopez. 0. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And the Bucks lead by 8. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. It's Dragic with the drive, and the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
And Miami making a change here. Hill's checked in. Here's Dragic. And that one hits back iron. Milwaukee leading by 8. 0. He's guarded by Hill. Feeds it to Ilyasova. And he's way off from outside. Heat have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Hill inside. Working on Ilyasova. Dragic. Miami no good on that time either.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
It's Brown with the drive. That's good. And it's a 10-point Milwaukee lead.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Dragic dishes to Tyler. The pass to Leonard. The rebound by the Bucks. On the wing, Brown. Puts up a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Dragic with it. Picked up by Brown. The kick out to Hill. Connects from 3-point range. Hill's got 5.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
There's the dish to Ilyasova. Lopez. He's covered by Leonard. And that one's good by Lopez. And the Bucks lead by 9.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that. These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
Yeah, that's twice in a row now where they've done exactly the opposite and backed off.
Gets it to go.
Nicely done. They just continue to dominate inside. That's 10 points in a row in the lane.
It's now purely here it comes. See if you can stop it.
Dragic kicks to Tyler. Back to Dragic. He feeds it to Hill. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Crowder. And it's off from 3-point range. Milwaukee leading by 8. Lopez a screen. Kicks it to Ilyasova. Some solid defense from Leonard.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got 5 points so far. .153 left to play here in the third. Now the feed to Ilyasova. Lopez. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Leonard. The drive by Hill gets the bucket. Now just a 4-point Milwaukee lead. 1:33 left here in the third quarter. Hill passes to Brown. Lopez, he's covered by Leonard. Some solid defense from Leonard.
Tough D on the inside.
Put up a roadblock, a construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
And here's Hill for 3. The shot will not go.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Left side, Brown. Left side, Brown. 0. And the 3 off target. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Tyler. Again, the Heat good for 2. Milwaukee's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. The drive by Hill. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. First one falls for him. And the Bucks making a change here. He hits both from the stripe. Miami's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Number 13, defended by Ilyasova. Jones. No good.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Shot's good by Williams.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Miami trailing. Here's Tyler. Tyler off the hook from Jones. Here's Dragic from outside. Rebound by Williams. Here is Korver. And no good trying to get that one. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bucks lead by 6. We're going to step aside. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Milwaukee.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
And another thing that's obviously helped them here, guys, is how hot they've been from the three-point line. They've been on fire.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
It's Dragic with the drive.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style.
I like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush.
The kick out to Williams. Hill, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And the Bucks making a change here. The Heat trail by 6. Now Dragic. Pass to Tyler. Number 13 makes it off the glass.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
I agree, Clark. They need stops, and they can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are really high-percentage looks.
Hill kicks to Matthews. Middleton dishes to Lopez. 7-foot shot. Can't get it to go. And it's Miami the other way. Outside Dragic. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Number 13, the follow-up champ.
Well, coaches love him because of the hustle he's continually showing out on the floor. And I think where you really see it most is on the offensive boards.
And something else you can't forget about is his shot blocking, Steve. I mean, he's an intimidator down low.
It's Dragic with the drive. Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. And it's tied up with that one. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Shot is blocked, but they recover it. The 3 from Hill. And the Bucks miss again. And here are the Heat. They've got an 8-0 run. Dragic the pass to Butler. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Number 13. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. They got on the floor a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
Thanks, Doris. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Robin Lopez. 4 on the clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
Well, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Heat?
Well, they're taking high percentage shots in the paint. I like the way their offense is clicking.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Here's Dragic, and he uses the glass on the layup. And now a 4-point Heat lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range. Now, remember, he made 2 3-pointers in the first half, but has not been able to get anything to fall here in the second.
He kicks it to Butler. Right side, Dragic. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound, Heat. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Dragic left side. A second chance effort. And that one goes long.
An easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Hill with it. Jones covering. Hill kicks to Antetokounmpo. And here's Matthews from the arc. Can't get it to go.
Not the best shot. Long range and with a defender right in his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up.
And Lopez throws it down.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Dragic kicks to Jones. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 4 assists in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assist as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
And that one misses. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for George Hill. That one is no good.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
Dragic, good look. Milwaukee with the rebound. Middleton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Here's Jones. The kick outside to Butler. And the Heat, another 3.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Here's Middleton. Oh, trying for it. They get the rebound. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lopez inside, guarded by Robinson. Lopez, no luck. And it's Miami's ball. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. Jones, no luck.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
And I like that move to the hoop. You use your speed, go around the bigger defender.
Dragic against Bledsoe. Matthews with the steal. And now Matthews pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Good aggressive finish on the break.
That's as easy a 2 points as you could ask for.
Here's Dragic. Number 13. Can't connect from short range.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
It's stolen by Jones. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
That's exactly what you want coming off a steal. Get into transition, find an easy basket.
Yes, sir. The ideal fast break opportunity there.
And Miami making a change here. Free throw, good Butler.
A big problem for the Bucks last season was closing out games in the fourth quarter. You know, too often they would see their defense fall to the wayside as soon as the game started heading down the stretch. And as a result, they lost a lot of close ones.
Miami leading by 4. Dupont defended by Bledsoe. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul gives him 4, so he's just 2 away from being Dairy Queen.
Jones dishes to Robinson. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Bledsoe.
From that far away, that was a risky pass.
Bucks trail by 4. Well, Clark, you brought it up. The Bucks defense would be solid for 3/4 of the game, but would just not look like they were supposed to be in the 4th quarter at all. Not sure, Steve, if it was fatigue or something else that got to him.
I thought one of the keys was they didn't have great perimeter defense, and so even though they were a good shot blocking team, they were constantly having to cover up on penetration. And so even though you might get some shot blocks, you're also going to give up layups and offensive rebounds. That was a major problem for the Bucks last year.
For Miami, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. And the layup is good. And the Heat lead by 5. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. You have to like what we've seen so far from Butler.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Milwaukee's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the 4th quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And Matthews gets it to go.
Yeah, and he's a bomber. I mean, that's what I love about him. He's as good a three-point shooter as you'll see. And, of course, has the green light to let it fly anytime he wants.
And one more thing to point out about him is what a rugged player he is, how hard he works every game, and he's always back. Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. I mean, my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of foul.
First free throw is good.
Look at the free throw percentage. Unblemished since halftime, Clark. That's pretty nice.
I'd go farther than that, Steve. How about perfect?
Well, you just knew he wasn't going to miss there. Not with so much riding on it.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And a miss there on the triple.
They definitely had the advantage inside. Another big grab a moment ago.
Well, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
And he drops it in from the low post. Antetokounmpo's got 29 in the game.
Guys, he's got the length to get to the rim, and when he gets there, you never see a clumsy or awkward finish out of him. Everything is smooth and fluid.
.149 left to play here in the 4th. He lobs it up.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark. That's beautiful alley-oop dunk.
That was nice.
Just a gorgeous assist.
Bucks trail by 6. Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Antetokounmpo's got 31. Miami's gone 2 or 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Back to Robinson. Matthews with the steal. All alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense to trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays, Clark, just like that.
Effort and hustle plays often are big plays for a team.
Yeah, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end.
Dupont defended by Bledsoe. It's rebounded by Antetokounmpo. The Bucks shooting about 47% here in the 4th. Buries it. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, that is a massive shot.
You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
41 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Deep 2 from Robinson. Nails it.
Oh, Nelly. Listen to that.
That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
That was huge, guys. Absolutely huge.
Here's Antetokounmpo, guarded by Robinson. It's off his leg, and the official saying it was kicked. Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's Miami with the rebound. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Bledsoe for 3. The shot, no good. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game. Timeout called the Bucks. They trail by 6. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
I think they have to go for a 3 right now, don't you, Clark?
Yeah, I don't think they have any choice but to go for the 3, Steve.
Shot's good by Middleton.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
That about does it for Clark Kellogg, Steve.